So I don't know where the last clip left off, but I was talking about the Woods of Arkansas clip that I did prior to my first Little Rock clip, Little Rock, Arkansas clip on this channel. So again, Little Rock is the capital of Arkansas. There's Association of Arkansas Counties. You can't read the sign, but that's what it says. We're kind of like at the back of downtown, I think. This is Arkansas Association of Educational Administrations, Keller Nuclear Building, Arkansas Asphalt Pavement Association. Nice. What are we walking on? Asphalt. But yeah, asphalt. And what are most roofs made of in the United States? Asphalt. Even though I have to admit that the colors of them vary, especially considering places like Phoenix, for example. You'll see a lot of asphalt roofs there, proving the point of the large amounts of asphalt used versus other materials such as clay, which you would think their houses and their buildings a lot of their buildings are made of clay in that region, yet the roofs are still made of asphalt. Like where I come from, most roofs, except they're not black or gray asphalt roofs, such as this street is, you see a lot of tan and brown asphalt roofs in that region, and clay and or stucco buildings. Okay, so yes, I do kind of like roguely teach my own like construction class slash introduction to general contracting course, million or billion dollar industry via my company. So yes, I am taking up $100 million offering. Feel free to give on my online. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I was gonna walk. There's the Capitol building, I think. I was gonna walk to the end of Victory to show you. I could have took that way because you can kind of see the building from here. That I was telling you about, that's released. It's right there. So I thought that was interesting. And then I'm going back to catch my train. And I usually don't cut it this close because I have actually missed a bus. Actually, the first video on this channel is the town that I missed the bus in. No, the train. It was a train. Missed the train in Arkansas. Press in Oregon. I was in Oregon, the state of Oregon, and I did my video there. I was gonna go there anyway, the video. I was like, well, since I have such a long layover, I might as well see the town some in video. And I did. Eugene, Oregon is where I was. And so I did that video on the hill, and you see the rock climbing hill that's there. And also part that wasn't videoed is so they say Eugene may be the home of an inspiration to The Simpsons. The Simpsons, the show The Simpsons, the cartoon, the amazingly popular cartoon The Simpsons. It's my parents, whatever they like me to watch. But what definitely is the setting for The Simpsons is the sister town right next door, which I got to ride the bus into. And I think I got grabbed the bus to Eden, Springfield, Oregon, which is right like the sister city. And here's this really cool lighter. Here's a story about it in clip 4 or 5. Yeah, the sister city. Here's the building right here that I was telling you about. The government type building that's for lease, empty and for lease by, I think, broker David Jones. Let's go take a little bit closer look. So yeah, yes. So it's like this concrete design building with these horizontal windows, not as many windows, and because of the lack of window ratio, you think it's like a court or government facility, almost like a jail, basically, because of such lack of windows. Pulaski Street and Capitol Avenue. This is the capital of Arkansas, and it gets more extensive. So let me get back to the point about how this relates to the woods of Arkansas video. So I show Arvest Bank, and I explain in that video how Arvest Bank and Steph Bank were a couple of the banks that I reached out to at the inception of my company, like in the early days of creating my company, even pre-incorporation. And so I guess, like, I don't know if it's like the home, the headquarters of Arvest is down here, a couple, like 2 or 3 blocks down there. But there's Simmons Bank. You can't really see the sign, but that tall, the white light down there, that tall high rise. We'll do a little bit of a review. So, what is it? 16 stories and over is a high rise. Medium rise, it's like 7 stories to 15, and low rise is anything under 7 stories. Okay, those numbers probably are wrong, but you get the point. Little contracting and or building fact, but here's the building right here. That's for lease, and it's empty, vacant, and available for lease by broker David Jones. I like the concrete square cut design right here that's done. I'm thinking it was likely a government facility prior. We're at Capitol and Cross Street. There's a Regions Bank, a Simmons Bank, and you can't see it from here, but in a medium-rise building, pretty immense compared to the size of a smaller one that you see in the earlier clip, is the Arvest Bank, and I'm thinking it may be the headquarters of the Arvest. But it's not a high-rise, it's like a medium-rise, but it's a bigger one. But anyways, here it is. Here's the building, and it is for lease, vacant and for lease. I'm thinking it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yep, medium rise, perhaps medium rise building. I do not know the square footage, but I do know it is vacant, and as you can see, for lease by David Jones Commercial Real Estate. Here it is. Okay, so it looks like it used to be like a courthouse or something. But as you can see, it is empty. Like marble walls or fall marble. The desk is empty. The whole place is empty, I think. Maybe. Or if the whole building ain't for lease, something in there is. Right? Right? Look at the amount of aggregate used in this concrete or cement mix versus like this. I don't know if this is officially terrazzo, but yeah, it's versus this mix. Is this? Okay, I want to look from the other side. I'm still trying to smoke my cigarette, and I have to go because it has a water fountain. It comes within a fountain, and it comes horticultured. I think the parking lot across the street likely comes with it. You can look at that aggregate, that white rock aggregate. And this is there's NBC, I think, TV studios here for Little Rock. I think the Capitol building's right there. But I was talking about, what town was I in? Oh, I was in Des Moines. That's where I was at. In Des Moines, it's crazy how like their government buildings, like the Capitol building and other buildings like that, big government, because I think that's the capital of Iowa. Their like Capitol buildings are on one side of downtown across the bridge across the river, so slightly off from the other big downtown corporate buildings, high rises and stuff. But their Capitol building is pretty immense too, with the rotunda and stuff like that. So yeah, here's the back of it. So am I tripping, or is it empty? Is the whole building for lease? There's Simmons Bank and Blue Cross Blue Shield over there, and over in that area in the Broadway, you can't see them from here, is where all those restaurants are, like those fast food restaurants that I was telling you about, the 6, like McDonald's, Popeyes, and Starbucks, Rally's, Wendy's, Taco Bell, and I think another one. Bank of America is behind that Regions, the other white light across from if you see the little blue light behind the green one, there's the Bank of America. And yeah, maybe I'm right, I don't know. We'll just assume that either the entire building is for lease, or at least a part of the building is for lease by David Jones Realty. This is Devon White, and I'm signing out in a few minutes, alright? Alright. In case of emergency, please contact Andrea Folker, RPM Group. Okay, after hours. All these leases, I need for them to sweep those up. Carrying of a handgun on these premises is prohibited. So it's not a court. House, here's the mail room. Well, the building's for lease. And I'm headed back to my train because I don't want to miss it. I did mention how I did miss a train in Eugene, Oregon, which is how this channel started, even though I was on my way to Washington to start this tour, which had already started in California, prior to California, in Florida or Richmond, Virginia, as I had been, plotting to do my tour, my country tour of the country. And so I officially started it even though I started it prior to that, and on the East Coast, I officially started it prior to after in LA, and after leaving LA in Eugene, Oregon, where I got left in the train, even though I was leaving LA to start it in Seattle and then moving downward, or Alaska and moving downward to two towns in the states of Washington and Alaska, respectively, as you know, that are on this channel as well, to see those other 6 cities of the United States, and states such as Florida, Miami, Virginia, Richmond, in this case, Alabama, in this case Birmingham, and etc. North Carolina, or Charlotte, or Raleigh, New York State, New York City in this case, and etc. You can check out one other of my channels in California, in this case Los Angeles, and even some other parts of California, seen on 1 or 2 or 3 of my other channels, but for the most part you can see the most of the states here on this channel. Check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, there's the Capitol building. I think it's right there. And we're in Little Rock, Arkansas, And yes, this is me. Check it out. It's right down the line. And oh snap, there's grills on the wheels. Yeah, and I think everything is sleep. This side of the street is definitely sleep, but maybe the further on Broadway, it's kind of jumping. Oh, look at that water bug. There's another one. It was jumping. It was jumping over there, for like the fast food restaurants is. But I was surprised. I was asking. I was like, I just checked online, and I'm like, I could have swore that bus said the last bus leaves at 8 o'clock, and then I asked the lady, and she confirmed it. She was like, yeah, I think you just missed the last bus, but I was sitting on the bus stop eating my little Popeyes fries with some sweet heat sauce. I'm like, I just want the fries and the sweet heat sauce. And this lady's like, I have a coupon. You can get the entire meal. That way you save money. I was like, no, thank you. I'll just have the sweet heat sauce. I mean, I'll just have the fries. For instance, but yeah, the people here are really nice and southern. I was thinking like, wasn't Bishop Mason from Little Rock? What? No, he's from Shelby County, the founder of the Church of God in Christ. Yeah, but he's from Shelby County, which is like 7 miles from Memphis. It's like a 2-hour walk to Memphis, or a 5-minute drive or something, or 15-minute drive. But yeah, but he lived, like I think in his biography, he definitely lived in Little Rock at some point in his life, maybe after the Azusa convention or whatever, or before the Azusa convention. So yeah, let me get back. Oh, this is Pulaski Street and 4th. I could take Victory back to, oh, there's the Capitol building, I think that's the Arkansas Capitol building, Capitol of Arkansas building for the entire state. Since this particular city is this capital city of the state, which means like the state's headquarters are in this city. Just like this town where I was born and raised, Raleigh is the capital of North Carolina. And so you have like the headquarters buildings there as well. Probably the governor's mansion is probably here. The governor of the state of Arkansas, his Arkansas Rural Environment Building. And the governor of Arkansas probably lives, his house is probably here. And like the governor's mansion, I think I showed him one of my videos, is here and is here because it's the capital. The Poultry Federation, basically chicken. It's a chicken building. Poultry. I saw some cows and stuff coming in. Check out that Woods of Arkansas video on this same channel. Yeah, Victory is the name of my aunt's, well, not my aunt's church, Pastor Perkins Church, Pastor James Perkins Church. No, not Pastor Perkins Church, the Lord's Church, but Pastor Perkins is the pastor, so he's the chief shepherd with the responsibility of shepherding the church. His church is, look at the Poultry Foundation. Anyways, the name of the church is Victory Tabernacle. Not only can you experience a little bit of victory on my audio clip on one of my channels, some of them there. It was a kind of long clip, so it took me several videos to display the audio-ness of it on one of my channels. I think the main channel, but Victory is shared a little bit there, and recently, because of the coronavirus, is now doing YouTube in their services, which I'm excited about, So I shared a Sunday service, I think, on August the 23rd. You can check it on my Facebook page. You can see Victory there, Pastor Perkins, and not the entire congregation considering COVID, but the pastor there did say that they're going to continue the videoing process and YouTubing process, I think, upon, COVID, moving past COVID. So you'll be able to check them out all over the world. Anywhere you'll be able to check out Victory Tabernacle online. One of the churches I used to visit in my youth, and that two of my aunts, my dad's youngest sisters, attend here, Victory Tabernacle. His two oldest sisters are in Los Angeles, which I don't think I show Aunt Liz, but you can hear her. You hear her conversation and analyst, since she's the president of some African classical society, chamber society, through her, I think the Presbyterian Church. Okay, so am I still on Pulaski? Because I don't feel like this is, I don't feel like this is Victory. Okay, yeah. Arkansas Teacher Retirement System. So you can tell we're in the Capitol. All of the state buildings are down here. Arkansas Teacher Retirement System. Oh yeah, I know that building right here. So yeah, we're on Victory again. And so yeah, you can see Victory. You can see Upper Room Church of God in Christ. There's the Union Station right there. You can see them there as well. They've been online for anyway, like prior to COVID, online and TV and radio and stuff like that. Since the beginning of ages. The prior pastor, he was on, the founding pastor of Upper Room. He was on radio. I think Victory might have been on radio too, but I don't think they were on like YouTube or on television. Upper Room is the pastor there. I think he comes on Daystar at 1 a.m. at this point. 1 a.m. on Sunday nights or something on Monday. So that can be seen worldwide on television lines, on Daystar, I think, and locally on Sunday mornings, I think at like 10 something. I don't know, it's on the website. I used to watch it sometimes when I was a kid. When I was at my parents' house or whatever, sometimes on Sunday before going to church. Or when not attending the actual church for like Judah Jam, which is a youth service they used to have when I was a kid, and so sometimes just visiting there, whatever reason. Yeah. And I went to a youth camp there. I remember my mom dropped me off there. It's like, I guess Upper Room. And for some like youth, I must have been like 14 or 16 or something. Formal wear, Paul Orwell, formal wear. So yeah, again, I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas, and this is the Union Station, and I'm waiting. I got here and I arrived, and there's Wood Lane right there, the street that intersects, that's perpendicular to this street, to Markham. And so I didn't walk down there, but here's Union Station. And I was up here and I'm like going to the doors and I'm like pulling, everything's locked. I'm like, how do I get my ticket printed? Because I just ordered the ticket. How do I print my ticket? Because I know I can just catch the train probably in the back. So I'm just like, the train probably comes back there. Then I start walking around to door, and then I find like these spiral staircases right there. And then I found this one first, and then the second time I came back, there's another one over there. I think there's like a restaurant, like a little sitting area and shit over there. Excuse my language. But I took the spiral staircase, and I saw downstairs, and I saw the the lobby hours, which check out clip 4 for that interesting fact. Anyways, I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas. As you can see, I came in on Greyhound and our Jefferson Lines bus, and I'm leaving on the Amtrak train to Shreveport. I'm not gonna do another train video. You guys are gonna have to do some traveling and vacation on your own. I always recommend it for people. They should get some vacation time. You know, I think work is necessity. I think God created work as like a it's like an adult daycare program. Like if you didn't work, what would you do? Like sit in the house all day, become fat, and not be active, not walking, not moving, die like early, not have anything to do, not responsibility, not any meaning in life. I think God created work. It's like an adult daycare program beyond schooling. You just gotta get paid for it. There's different levels of payment depending on the type of working or degree of finance or lack thereof, or not that degree or something different, a different degree or school degree or whatever. And so yeah, I was actually sleeping on that thing. You see that ball right there? I took a nap right there. The ball on that little column, half column, not column, but with the ball on it. I was like napping, perched on that, napping, waiting for the place to open. And it's from like 9 to like 10 o'clock, 9 to like 10:20. So there's an ashtray, so this is a cigarette station. I could have sat right here. I forgot these benches were up here. I was like homeless. But yeah, I was right there, perched up on that. Look at the arches on this thing. Segmental arches, or yeah. So here's this like spiral staircase. Look, somebody's coming to catch their train, right? I'm probably right on time, but yeah. Here's this kind of narrow spiral staircase. So as you guys may have seen, the house that I want to buy has a sweeping staircase, but it certainly is not a full spiral staircase. Look at that spider. Ew. I think there's a spider web up here earlier. You see the Arkansas tags? That's pretty cool. You see them? Yeah, anyways. So here's the spiral staircase, and then it's like the back. And we're, you see like Arkansas. Yeah, we're like in the back of the Amtrak facility.